This past week, I gave myself a haircut, took some drawing classes, need half of a sleepover, and got a new home in Tbilisi. Yes, I still cannot believe our luck and cannot process how all the circumstances and events had to intertwine for us to get the best long-term rental that we've ever had. And Brian is 46, I'm 41, and we have never had a better home. We arrived with severely downsized belongings and got provided with much more than we expected. And I still cannot believe it's all for real. Everything here makes me feel like I'm being taken care of, and we all need this feeling. Of course, we had to buy some extra things, and a few purchases are still pending. We just don't want to rush with it and make life work with what we are provided with so far. And this whole new space that welcomes our new life chapter made me think, will I stay as minimalist as I've stepped in here? And this is what I want to chat about today, the transition from being a nomad minimalist to a regular minimalist with a home and a lot of storage space, which, by the way, doesn't have to be filled up completely. Joy that comes from things needs to be celebrated through using them. My wardrobe has considerably shrunk, but I'm so happy with all the items that I've kept. They are the most meaningful, the most loved ones, and the most beautiful ones, as I can see them, of course. This colder season, I dress pretty much the same every day, and it frees up so much headspace. New ideas and fresh thoughts are so much more important than brand new store-bought clothes. I have a few items on my wish list. There's a video on Patreon where I talk about it in more detail, but that wish list is very short. I don't want to limit myself, I don't want to restrict myself, I just don't want to buy many things and that's it. I want to keep that sense of freedom. I want to experiment with accessories, I want to experiment with style a bit, but in a minimalist and sustainable way through handmaking, thrifting, and repurposing. The lack triggers positive changes. I want to focus on how I live through days, not on the things that I think that I lack. Currently, I'm in a sort of a personal crisis, but it's not a bad feeling, it's an incentive to change. My surroundings changed, and I want to welcome some crucial changes within as well. Now, finally, I have time and space to walk through all the traumas and losses of the past 3 years and process them, taking the useful and optimistic insights along on my next journey and decluttering everything else. I feel a bit empty, just like the wardrobe drawers here, but it's a good, contemplative, and inviting emptiness. And before we move on, I want to thank the kind sponsor of this part of the video, Skillshare. Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives with thousands of classes led by industry pros across film, illustration, design, freelance, productivity, craft, and more. If you want to deepen your expertise in any field, launch an online shop, build a freelance creative business on the side, and you have no idea where to begin, start here. Skillshare designed learning paths to help you get from novice to pro in no time. Learning paths are hand-picked classes meant to be taken in specific order. The paths are available in a range of experience levels from beginner to advanced, and a variety of categories including design, crafting, cooking, creative freelancing, tools and software, marketing, and more. As this year I'm challenging myself creatively, I've chosen the path Discover the Art and Science of Drawing by Brent Eviston. I've never gone to any art schools, but I always wanted to learn such foundations as mark making, perspective, proportion, contour, light and shadow from professionals. And that's exactly what I'm getting in bite-sized, very clear and engaging lessons. I'm excited to see what I will be able to create. If you, like me, are looking for a meaningful creative pivot this year, in the description section to this video you'll find a link. And the first 500 people to use my link will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Thank you Skillshare for being such an awesome sponsor, and thanks everyone for watching the segment and considering signing up for the free trial, because this helps my channel a lot. Things do have a special power over us, and rejecting it hardly promotes any personal growth. I need things to live fully, to develop my potential, to express myself, to pour myself into this world. And I believe that this type of self-realization is very important, regardless of age, gender, or social status. There's always a dilemma with consuming and creating, and consumption and consumerism are promoted so much that it's absolutely difficult to resist. But if you are watching this video, then probably you are trying to be somewhat different than the consumerist crowd. So instead of adopting a black and white or all or nothing kind of thinking, maybe we can consume in order to create. Maybe we can make consumption active rather than passive. Buy a new pen and a new journal if they will help you write and contemplate more this year. Buy a new paper to give drawing a try. Watch films or videos to get inspired. Read to learn more about the world and yourself in it. I'm following my own advice, by the way, at least I'm trying to, and I'm very excited to show my journey here on this channel. And I'm very, very much thankful to have this space, to have this home where I feel safe to make, to think, and to be. Feel free to share in the comments your thoughts and ideas and how you feel about consumption and creating overall. And thank you so much for being here and watching this video till the end, dear friends. Huge thanks to everyone who supports me on different tipping platforms and on Patreon, where I post more personal videos every week. Because it is all thanks to you that this channel exists. And for now, as always, be safe and keep your heart open. And I will see you soon. Пока-пока.